Hello everyone, thanks for watching my channel. Today I'm heading north. It's a little bit windier today, but to start off we're going to head through these lily pads into kind of a sheltered area and look for some trash to pick up, like this wrapper that I find right off the bat. Paddling under this tree branch, I noticed that there's a bobber off to my left. Oh, whoops, little slippery. It's the middle of summer still, so going to be dealing with a lot of lily pads to get through, but the flowers sure are pretty. In the tall grass, I spot this water bottle floating, so I make my way through to retrieve it. Now here's something interesting floating in the water. I have no idea what this is until I pull it out. It's kind of heavy and slippery. Definitely awkward to get out of the water. When I do manage to pull it out, I see that it's probably some kind of homemade bumper somebody had on their dock that must have gotten away in a storm. And being at the beginning of my paddle, I'm not really sure where to carry this. There's kind of room between my portage and where I sit. It was full of a lot of grimy water, so it's kind of leaking everywhere. I have to try to figure out how to turn around in my kayak so I can get it under some straps so it doesn't fall off. While fighting my way through all of these lily pads, I spot this bottle floating in the water, so I collect that as well. And then I see another bobber kind of stuck under this tree log, and I am able to fish it out. Actually, I'm not sure what it is. It's not really a bobber like I thought. It's just this weird piece of plastic. Continuing further north, I head into where all these trees have fallen down and find a wrapper. And looking closer at it, it looks like it's something that would be used for fishing. Since I am in a kayak that can get into all these tiny places, why not take advantage and go under all of the fallen trees? You just have to not be surprised when they whap you in the face. This fallen oak tree is still busy growing acorns. Here's a nice one right here. I'm gonna try and see if there's any metal lurking around here. So before I get out of the kayak, I just kind of scan the area and see if there's anything to find. Here I found a top of a shotgun shell. And so it looks like this place might actually be a good place to get out and try some metal detecting. So I get my shoes on, make sure everything's packed up before I carefully get out of the kayak. The wind has definitely picked up now that I'm not in that sheltered area anymore. Yeah, the waves here are really rocking and rolling my kayak. Then I've gotten out my metal detector again, and let's see what we can find here. So as I look here, my first find is a nail. Followed by another sharp, pointy object. And that's followed by an even longer piece. And another nail. Lots of nails. I've had enough of the wind and waves, so I decide to keep heading north and try to get back into a more sheltered area. And I head right back into some more lily pads a little bit further north and find another wrapper in the water. No piece of trash is too small for me to pick up, and I find a little piece of hard plastic just hanging out here on a lily pad. Not sure how it got there. And this shovel is also a long way from a beach. Let's pick it up. And now, get ready for an amazing flyby that I just happened to catch on camera. Those noisy dragonflies. And moving on, how about a quick look under the water? No fish at the moment, but you can see how deep the seaweed gets here. Looks pretty in the sunlight. We'll look again for some fish a little bit later. Time to get back to picking up trash. Here we find a plastic bag. And here's a bobber. And this bobber has a lot of line and seaweed attached to it. So I'm going to take a second here and pick off the seaweed because I don't like bringing seaweed home. But you can see the look on my face. It's like, not sure if there's a hook in here. So carefully taking the seaweed off and then getting to this big section. Gonna speed it up because there's a lot there. And sure enough, there actually was a hook in there. So I'm glad I did go slow. And I spot another bobber to pick up. Another close-up view of a white lily. They're very pretty. Gotta enjoy them while they're in bloom during the summer. And for another look under the water. And this time there are some sunnies down here. And that was it for today. So I'm gonna paddle all the way back through these lily pads. Let's stop and admire one more lily flower on our way back. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate every one of you that is taking the time to watch my videos. So please remember why I do what I do. It's all for like's sake. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And now for today's bonus content. Here are some pictures I've taken of common animals you will spot around our great state of Minnesota. See if you can name them in the comments below.